It's Friday, November 7th. Another Conservative MP is leaving the party, Matt Jeneroux announcing his resignation as a member of Parliament just days after another caucus member crossed the floor to join the Liberals.
Yeas pour 139, 139. Nays contre 198, 198.
I declare the sub-amendment defeated.
Confidence vote cleared. A Conservative sub-amendment to the Liberals' federal budget is defeated. A second confidence vote on a Bloc amendment is coming today.
Nothing ever prepares you for just such a shocking case of mass brutality.
Life sentence. An international student pleads guilty and is sentenced for murdering 6 people last year in Ottawa.
If I was working, I sure as hell wouldn't want to be working without any pay.
As of this morning, air travel is being affected by the U.S. government shutdown, with hundreds of flights canceled today across the U.S. Stay with us, Canada. Your morning starts right now. Good morning, Canada. Welcome to Your Morning. I'm Anne-Marie Mediwake.
Good morning. I'm Lindsey Deluce.
And I'm Kelsey McEwen. Hopefully your Friday's off to a great start.
Not a great week for Pierre Poilievre and the Conservatives, I must say. We're going to start there. For the second time this week, a Conservative MP is quitting the party, but this time he's not crossing the floor.
Ultimately, Matt Jeneroux decided, I'm told by a source very close to him, that he couldn't trust the Liberals and it was no longer tenable to stay with the party, the Conservatives.
So Edmonton Riverbend's Matt Jeneroux says it was not an easy decision, but the right one for him. Initially, there was speculation that he was considering crossing the floor. Some Conservative sources said he was under pressure to stay, but Jeneroux says coercion did not play a role in his decision to leave federal politics. Conservative leader Pierre Poilievre later said that Jeneroux plans to step down as a member of Parliament in the spring. This comes, as we know, after Nova Scotia MP Chris D'Entremont left the Conservative caucus and joined the Liberals on Tuesday. Meanwhile, the Liberal minority government has survived the first in a series of confidence votes over the 2025 budget.
Yeas pour 139, 139. Nays contre 198, 198.
I declare the sub-amendment defeated.
By a vote of 198 to 139, the Liberals, NDP, Bloc and Greens defeated a Conservative sub-amendment, meaning Prime Minister Mark Carney's Liberals will stay in power for now. A second confidence vote is scheduled for today, this time on a Bloc amendment. Hours before the vote yesterday, the Liberals announced they'd be treating the Conservative sub-amendment and Bloc amendment as confidence votes. A third confidence vote on the budget itself is scheduled for November 17th. In other news today, the Canadian Food Inspection Agency has now gone ahead with its operation to kill hundreds of ostriches at a farm in BC.
You want to know what pain looks like, Canada? She's going to lose everything she's ever loved for 35 years.
The fight to save the birds started last December after dozens of them died on the Universal Ostrich Farm. The Canadian Food Inspection Agency found traces of H5N1 in 2 dead birds and ordered the flock to be culled to contain the virus. The farm fought the order to the Supreme Court, but yesterday that appeal was dismissed. The farm's owners have said the cull was unnecessary because the flock was healthy and had herd immunity, but the CFIA says ostriches that appear healthy can still be a potential source of the virus. An international student has been sentenced to life in prison for killing 6 people in a mass stabbing. This happened last year in the Ottawa suburb of Barrhaven. I do have a warning. Some of the details of this story can be distressing.
The victims and the community will be spared the further pain of a trial.
So the lawyer for Fabrizio De Zoisa spoke with reporters after his client pleaded guilty to 4 counts of first-degree murder, 2 counts of second-degree murder, and 1 count of attempted murder. De Zoisa had been living with this family. It was March 2024 when 6 people were found dead in this Barrhaven townhome. Darshani Ikanaiga, her children, 7-year-old Inuka, 4-year-old Ashwini, 3-year-old Renaya, and 2-month-old Kelly, all killed, along with a family friend, Gamini Armarakun. The woman's husband, Danushka Wikramasinga, was the lone survivor. Travel plans for many Americans are being grounded today, with hundreds of flights canceled because of the ongoing U.S. government shutdown. And as we were talking about yesterday, this could soon have a major impact on your travel.
They're not exempt from this reduction. They will be affected by it. And the question is going to be, what does that mean? It's going to be a mess.
U.S. officials are slashing air traffic by 10% at 40 major airports. That includes New York, Washington, Chicago, and Los Angeles. The Federal Aviation Administration and U.S. Transportation Department say traffic reduction, it's necessary to ease pressure on air traffic controllers and security screening agents who've been working for free, so without pay, during the shutdown. Now, what are we into the 38th day, which is the longest day or longest shutdown in history. In a statement, by the way, WestJet says this, quote, "We are continuing to monitor the situation and proactively manage our operations to minimize any potential disruptions going forward." Air Canada says this, "We are monitoring the situation and awaiting more details," adding, "For customers who may be connecting onto U.S. domestic flights operated by our partner, United, we have put in place a goodwill policy to allow them to change their travel with no change fee." Even if you're flying within Canada, by the way, there could still be delays. That's because some flights, like the one from Toronto to Vancouver, spends roughly half of its flight in U.S. airspace. So a follow to a story that we brought you yesterday, Elon Musk is now one step closer to becoming the world's first trillionaire. The Tesla CEO won a shareholder vote yesterday, essentially giving him the new pay package that could be worth $1 trillion. But here's how it works. Elon Musk will be rewarded with hundreds of millions of new shares if he raises Tesla's market value over the next 10 years. He will also have to meet a number of other performance targets as well. The vote followed weeks of debate over his management record and whether anyone deserved this unprecedented type of pay. The proposal was approved with more than 75% support, even as Tesla struggles with plunging sales and profits. There you go. Nearly 900,000 Peloton bikes are now being recalled because of a falling risk. Nearly 45,000 bikes in this country, in Canada, are affected by this recall. They're being pulled over faulty seat posts that can break and detach during use. What? Creating a fall, obviously, an injury hazard. Yeah. Well, there are no reports of incidents in Canada. There have been at least 2 that resulted in injuries in the U.S. The affected bikes were sold from 2020 through to April of this year. The Toronto Zoo is introducing us to a scaly new friend who still needs a name. This is a female Komodo dragon. Kinda cute. Didn't think I would say that about a Komodo, but it's now viewable to visitors. Komodo dragons are endangered. Fewer than 3,500 remain in the world.
Cute.
And zoo officials say the male Komodo dragon will likely be out to sea as well. So you can vote on their names. Options for the female are, can you see them there?
Como.
There's the male. Okay, the female options are Sika, Aura, and Raya. The male, Como, Timon, and Weera. Weera means hero. I like Weera.
They're very cute.
Very.
Both the names and the lizards.